Science is a way of understanding the material world. It's a way of generating knowledge and ensuring the validity of this knowledge. According to Mill 2012, science allows us to explain what things are, how they work, and why they work. Science involves knowledge as well as the thinking skills needed to generate knowledge. According to Rothschild 2006, there are many thinking skills needed for science, which include, but are not limited to, knowing how to make and interpret observations, knowing how to ask the right questions, knowing how to theorize, knowing when and how to do experiments. And of course, one of the qualities of a scientist is a skepticism or a questioning of what it is that we know. So Rothschild also talks about inductive and deductive reasoning, both as important components of science. Knott and Wellington similarly talk about inductive and deductive reasoning as two ends of a continuum, and every scientist will think that one, probably more than the other, is what science is about. That's part of their understanding of what science is. They talk about some other dichotomies in this way, like relativism versus positivism, process versus content, to name another couple. Personally, in my view, science probably incorporates all these things. They all have their different uses because science can be rather broad. For example, inductivism versus deductivism, as Rothschild says, they're both needed. Also, I think with process versus content, one without the other is really limited in its use, and we need to teach both. In terms of positivism versus relativism, I actually personally sit more towards relativism. I just need context. That's the only way things make sense to me. So as a teacher, I'm hoping I can use this to help my students develop sort of those critical thinking skills and the ability to evaluate something in its context. I am aware that this is easier to say than do. According to Osborne and Dillon, 2012, research shows that what a teacher teaches doesn't necessarily come across to the students. It's also about the way science is taught and the more hidden, invisible parts of the curriculum. So they outline 5 dimensions of teaching which contribute to student success. So that understanding of the nature of science is part of that. Another one is how the teacher sees their own role, facilitator of learning versus imparter of knowledge. Also the classroom discourse, for example, use of open exploratory methods versus closed initiation response. The teacher's conception of what learning goals are, so is it about knowledge acquisition or is it about a wide range of goals and developing those sort of critical thinking skills? And of course the nature of the classroom activities is important, so genuine activities help students become more successful. So I would like to facilitate my students' learning through exploring, through developing critical thinking skills, and through providing genuine learning activities. I aim to do this through using a wide range of goals from all 3 strands of the Australian curriculum, and partly through using inquiry-based approaches as well. So this is a brief outline of my views on science and how I hope to use them to help my future students. Thank you.